Is the cruise line responsible for your parking at the cruise terminal? Should certain Halloween costumes be restricted on board cruise ships? And finally, should they charge to play trivia and other games on cruise ships so you can get better prizes? Well, we're going to find out in today's comments. Chris here with High Seas Cruising, and welcome to this week's episode of What Every Cruiser Wants, where I read real cruise comments written into the cruise lines where people want changes. And these are changes because everybody wants them, and this is the way everybody wants to cruise. So I'm going to read them and give you guys an opportunity in the comments to let me know whether you agree or disagree with what these cruisers say. And we're going to jump right in here with our first cruise comment. And of course, it's about parking at the cruise terminal. And is it the cruise line's fault they couldn't find a place to park? Let's read this comment. Good afternoon. My daughter is on her first solo with friends cruise. She is a gold card holder. She arrived today at the Long Beach port to go on the Miracle around noon and was informed parking is full to go look for it downtown. This is insane. How can it be full? There is no option to reserve. They finally had to go park at the Long Beach airport and take a $40 Uber back. There was a large group complaining. This is unacceptable. First and foremost, cruise lines are not responsible for your parking. Cruise lines do not control the parking at the cruise ports. And that's really the bottom line. So if you're upset about parking, riding into the cruise line is not going to improve a parking situation, since in this case, they don't control the parking lots. I highly recommend a little additional research before you get there to know what your different parking options are. But what do you guys think? Is the cruise lines, or should the cruise lines be responsible for cruise parking? Or is it good the way it is and it's really up to the cruiser to know before they go and know what options they have for parking when they get there? Now it is October, which means Halloween is right around the corner, and cruise ships have already begun to decorate for Halloween, have Halloween parties on board, and whenever you have Halloween on the high seas, naturally you're gonna have Halloween contests. Not everyone thinks that every Halloween costume should be allowed on cruise ships. There should be limits. There should be restrictions. But let's read this comment and see if you guys agree with it or disagree with it. We are taking the breeze from Port Galveston for Halloween with our two grandchildren who are 14 and 9 years. They are looking forward to the Halloween shows. I have a concern. I was on the blank page and some people there were discussing going dressed as President Blank. This is not funny and should not be allowed. And some as very inappropriate adult themes. One lady posted a photo of a vampire female costume, which I would not want my grandchildren to see. I looked online and do not see anything from Carnival about what costumes are not allowed. There should be for a family ship. My question is, where do you stand on this? What is right and wrong? Are politics and adult store purchase costumes allowed, really? So this particular cruiser does not want anything political allowed in the costumes. They don't want any adult themed type costumes allowed on the ship. They don't want their grandchildren to see this type of thing on board a cruise ship. Well, I'm going to stop right there and I'm going to say this much. Okay. Have you ever been up by the pool area on a good sunny day on board a cruise ship? Because you're going to see some stuff that's probably way worse than anything you would see in a Halloween costume. Let's just be honest. Swimsuits are getting smaller and smaller in some cases, right? Now, I don't care if you wear it. I don't care if you don't wear it. But changing the Halloween costumes or putting a restriction on adult-style costumes on board a cruise ship is not going to stop you from seeing a little bit of skin. Like I said, if you just go up on the pool deck on a warm, sunny day. But again, I'm going to throw this out to you guys. What do you guys think? Should there be restrictions on Halloween costumes? Should they have certain rules? Because maybe something political could offend somebody. Maybe somebody will think that a certain costume is, I don't know, scandalous. I guess that's a good word for it. I don't know. Like I said, as long as your bits aren't hanging out, you do you. That's my opinion. But again, you guys let me know below. What do you guys think about this? All right, and finally, charging for trivia games. So Carnival Cruise Lines in particular, because that is the one that they are talking about, they give out the little plastic ships on a stick, 24 karat gold plastic ships on a stick. Now, in case you have never ever seen one, this is what they are talking about. They usually give these things out for trivia. Just, they're cheap little plastic things, but they're pretty cool. They have the ship's name on them. And according to Carnival, they have had a supply issue. They've switched suppliers, their old supplier over to their new supplier. There were some issues going on through all of that, and they've had a bit of a shortage on them. They have not getting rid of them. They're not going to stop giving them out on the ship, but they are in short supply right now. And according to Carnival, they are coming back. But that doesn't please everybody. And let's take a look why. Hey, my mom and me are on the Legend now, and see that Carnival has dumped another cutback on us and not giving trophies. We get lousy medallions. Why not charge $5 for people to enter a trivia contest? Winner takes all. At least up the prizes to pens. Give $50 on board to spend to each winner. I agree with Mr. Payroll, who says he gave them all away to people asking him to make their cruise special. We need better prizes. That is for certain. Now, I really doubt we're going to find people out there that want to pay $5 to play trivia on a cruise ship. Let's be honest. It is for fun. It is for enjoyment. It is for the purposes of entertainment. Okay? Yes, you might get a ship on a stick when they're back in stock. When they're out of stock, they're giving the medallions on the lanyard what they're calling bling on a string. But I guess maybe someone hasn't considered the third option where they really don't have to give you anything. I mean, it's not like a prize is mandatory for winning the trivia game, right? And do you really go on the ship and play these games just for the hope of, that extra special, $1 worth of plastic prize? I mean, don't get me wrong. They're fun to collect. I have some. I enjoy getting them. I enjoy having them. But if I go on a cruise and it's not available and I don't win one, it is not the end of my vacation. It does not ruin my day, ruin my trip, or affect my experience cruising really one way or the other, because my cruising experience is not based around that particular piece of plastic. But you guys let me know what you think in the comments below. Should they charge $5 for the games? That way they can have better prizes. Are you happy with the prizes they have now? Just happy to win one when you can? Or do you feel something totally different? Let me know in the comments below what you guys think about that comment. And that's going to be this week's video for what every cruiser wants, because of course when they write in and they write these comments, they are writing in for each and every one of us, because we all want to cruise exactly the way they say, right? Isn't that how it works? All right, I hope you have enjoyed today's video. If you have, do me a favor and give it a thumbs up. If you haven't done so yet, do me a favor and hit subscribe. It is free to do so. Helps our channel grow. Lets you know anytime a new video comes out. Hope everyone out there is having a really great day and has a really great weekend. And like always, we will see you out on the high seas.